Hello everyone, it is Toby here and I thought it is about time we do another leg day here on the channel because my leg day has changed slightly from what it has been in the past. Obviously we're in the flat, so this is going to be a commercial gym session, which means I'm going to film as much as I possibly can without disturbing the other members and do a voiceover type of video explaining each of my exercises, how they felt, why I am doing them and why I'm doing them in the certain way that I am doing. So that is all to come. So sit tight, relax, and let's get into what we're going to be doing. So the leg day itself is going to be taking on more of a higher rep, more volume type of format. Usually we just focus purely on the strength, but all of the sets are going to have higher reps than we are used to. Going to be doing it all in sleeves, no wraps whatsoever. So all just absolutely smashing the legs to make them grow, make them big, make them solid. And there's no better way to do that than starting off with some heavy barbell back squats and then move into some hack squats, leg extension, leg curls, and finish off with some core in some planks and side planks and horrible core supersets. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be heavy. I'm going to get ready to go to the gym and then we will get stuck in. But before we go ahead and get stuck in with the heavy leg training, I just want to say thank you guys once again so much for helping me blast past the goal of 1,000 subscribers, and that if you are new here, please be sure to go down below, hit like and subscribe. I do plenty of these strongman training videos where I do all of my training, and if you don't like the voiceover type of format that we do in these videos, go and check out my other ones, because when I'm in the garage gym at home, I do much more of a informal, just normal training session where I talk between the sets, film them in the gym. It's all really good fun. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump in to the session, get squatting, and show you them right now. So first up in this session, we have the squat for reps, 200 kilo for 5 reps and 1 to 3 extras if I feel good. In wraps previously, I have done this for 8 reps and my goal today was to hit a sleeves PB. So I believe that anything above like 2 or 3 is a sleeves PB on this. Every time I've done 200, it's been in wraps, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, getting 5 solid, nice deep reps at 200 kilo in just sleeves is a huge PB for me. I did, in my heart of hearts, want to match the 8 reps, but it just wasn't quite there today. I probably could have squeezed out 6, maybe 7, but just for the purposes of today's session, we got 5. Really pleased with how the strength is moving on those. So yeah, a bit more on the squat there. Obviously, we're doing our heavy week, light week setup for the compounds at the minute. So being able to get 5 reps on 200 kilo in just sleeves, I believe is a big PB for me. Last time I had a heavy week, it was 190 or 195. I can't remember which one. And I got that for 6. So only dropping 1 rep while, doing just sleeves on 200 and upping the weight is really, really good. And it felt really solid. It looked really solid. I definitely had at least 1 or 2 more reps in there, but obviously in a public gym without a spotter, I'm not going to risk failing a squat just because safeties are there, obviously, and they're set up every single set, but anything can go wrong, and I don't really want to draw too much attention to myself either. So just getting a solid number of reps done with 1 or 2 in reserve. No need to absolutely go balls to the wall on this. Just getting some really solid volume through the legs, and I think my squat form is probably the best it's ever been. So working really hard on that. It's feeling good, looking good. Let's move on to the hack squat. Now, right after the squat, we move over to the hack squat. Usually this would be a leg press for me, but I decided to go hack squat, take it a bit lighter, take it nice and deep, and do some proper full range of motion hack squats. And these are absolutely brutal. These have definitely had the best carryover to my squats and everything else. It's strengthening muscles that I don't usually manage to get to. And I mean, it's just, yeah, absolutely brutal. Last few weeks, I've done 147.5 for sets of 10. Last week, I got a set of 10 and 2 sets of 8. And the week before, I got 3 sets of 10. So this week, I decided after the first set, where I got 10 pretty comfortably, to up the weight to 157.5, where I got a set of 8 and then a set of 6. It was absolutely brutal. This made me super wobbly and absolutely killed off my legs. So absolutely, yeah, horrendous exercise, but fantastic for building strength and volume through the legs. So the hack squat then, as you saw there, really brutal. The goal on these is to take it really nice and deep and work the muscles which you hit when you're right in the hole of the squat. This is what's helped me build that immense squat form I've just talked about, how my squats got so much better, so much deeper. It's because I've been working these hack squats, making sure they're nice and deep, nice and solid. And these have also been fantastic for my knees, as you know. Got a bit of a dodgy knee at the minute, and I have for a little while now, some patella tendonitis. And doing these nice and deep is helping strengthening that, stretching that out, and it's feeling good every time I do it. So going to keep doing it, try and work the weight up. And the good thing about this compared to the leg press is it's not quite as much weight, but it feels still pretty hard and shocks the muscle, gets, you know, gets all those deep hip flexors and abductors working. It's fantastic exercise. There's a reason why all the bodybuilders do it for obscenely high reps, but 3 sets of 6 to 10 is absolutely fine for me. Speaking of obscenely high reps, we got the leg extensions up next. So next up we had the leg extension. These were absolutely brutal. Sets of 20 this time, which I don't usually even go anywhere near, but full stacking the machine for sets of 20 is absolutely brutal, hitting all of the heads of the quad, absolutely finishing them off. And these after the hack squats are proper brutal, proper wobbly after these. It is nasty. Now, unfortunately, after the leg extensions, we were supposed to have the lying leg curls. I did do them all 3 sets of 10, full stack in the machine once again, but I didn't quite manage to get it recorded because the leg curl is in quite a busy part of the gym and there were loads of people around. There wasn't really anywhere easy to set up the phone. I didn't want to disturb anyone, but you all know what a lying leg curl looks like, so I'm not too miffed that we didn't manage to record any of it. But yeah, the combo of the leg extensions for sets of 20 followed up with the leg curls for sets of 10 absolutely finished the legs off properly wobbly, walking over to do my final exercises, which is of course the plank superset. So without further ado, let's jump straight into those. And finally, we have the core complex. The planks are absolutely brutal. I do a side plank, 20 seconds on each side, straight into a regular plank for 30 seconds, all back to back, no rest between them. I've sped up this clip just so you guys don't have to sit through over a minute of me planking, but it is proper brutal. I do that for 2 sets as a fantastic finisher to a brutal leg day. Get some really solid core work in, working that weakness once again in the core that I mentioned in the deadlift video. Really brutal, this one. And that marks the end of an all-round brutal session. These leg days, none of the weights are super, you know, topping out. Everything I've done is weight I've done before and everything, but combining it all together, one after the other, is just absolutely brutal. My legs feel completely shot. My core feels completely shot. It's one of those sessions where you feel a little bit sick at the end of it, but you know it's working, you know your legs are growing, you know your strength is building, and it is just about putting in the work. The whole session in total took me just over an hour, so it is a quick one by my standards. Really managed to smash it out. But yeah, if you see me in the gym in Cheltenham, I am properly wobbling around, walking around that gym at the end of this leg day. So yeah, it's a proper brutal one. But that is the end of today's session. Hopefully you enjoyed this more of a voiceover leg day. I still think it is important to show you my leg days, especially when they change slightly to a more high volume bodybuilding-ish focus, because yeah, it's important that you guys know every aspect of my training so that if you're trying to replicate what I'm doing, then you absolutely know how we're getting on. But yeah, the goal is still 300 kilo deadlift by the end of the year. We're putting in the work day in, day out to get the legs strong, get the core strong, make sure there's no excuse as to why we can't do that. So hopefully you guys, as I said, did enjoy. If you didn't enjoy the voiceover talking type of session, then don't leave this video and never come back. Go check out my other training sessions, as I mentioned. They are a bit more vloggy and a bit more talky in between the exercises while I'm actually in the gym. But this is the compromise we have to do when I'm in the public gym, because obviously I'm here for work. That is what I need to do for these sessions. So hopefully you still enjoyed the fact I could get them out in some format. If you did, leave a like down below and make sure you subscribe for more content, both talking strongman about the sport itself and me training strength and training strongman. We do a lot on this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Toby and I'll see you in the next one.